Hi there everyone. Thanks to my new subscribers and to my old subscribers. So tonight I'm interested in this topic. What's his situation? What's he doing and thinking about you right now? That's kind of what I'm interested in looking at, but on a clairvoyant level. So I'll just my title might change, it always changes, but you get the drift. What's he doing and thinking about, my channel viewer? What's he doing right now and what's he thinking about, my channel viewer? What's he doing right now and what's he thinking about, my channel viewer? Okay. So I'm going to use trinkets again. So this is the caterpillar, the blue caterpillar. And this is the pink one. I have here the blue caterpillar and the pink one. Okay. So I have to get prepared for this because this is a big one. So we should bring Mr. Caterpillar back so you can see him doing the blue caterpillar first. So I'm going to channel your person. I'm going to see what I can come up with. Oh. So I feel it's lights out for your person. Lights out. That gives me a very blank feel, actually. I feel they just need their space. They need their rest. It seems to me that they're just trying to shut everything out right now. The reason they're trying to do that is because I think it's been this year has been quite an ordeal for them. It's like they tried to conquer the world and didn't work out the way they expected. And I feel they've done their dash. So I feel they've been really aggressive about living life, and they've realized that the buck has to stop somewhere. That's the strong impression I get. So in respect of you, how does this affect you? Well, it affects you because this person is shutting people and things out. I feel they might have gone on a bender. Some of your people might be totally out to the world. Others of your people are deciding to just shut out the white noise at the moment. And I feel that some of your people have actually switched off their lights and gone to bed tonight. And in my part of the world, that's a big deal because it means they're not socializing. In your part of the world, it could mean that they don't get out and about for a few days. Something about the end of the year has made them realize that things have got to change. The most promising aspect of the clairvoyant image I'm getting and the feeling I'm getting is that they're shutting everything out. Third parties, alcohol, drugs, addictions, family members, any influence that could be deemed to influence their life or turn it into an inflated situation, which is why I feel they've switched off the light, is beneficial. It's like something inside of them just snapped. They didn't have a SPAC attack, they didn't go crazy, they just have shut out the noise of the world. They just decided that they've had enough. It's not a negative thing, it's more like a healthy move actually. Because I feel from your person's move that they could have been a real party animal or very energetic, and that energy has been directed into the wrong type of activity. And the thing is, with this whole move of lights out, it has everything to do with their love for you. It's like they missed the ultimate opportunity to have something in their life that was special, and that was the final straw. Because they distracted themselves in such a manner that wasn't good for them. Suddenly they remember who they are, and they said to themselves, I've got to get rest, I've got to stop, I've got to shut these people out. That's kind of the thought I'm getting in my head. I've just got to stop this. I'm sick of this. There must have been something that happened throughout the day which was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because it's not as if your person has flipped out at this stage. They've just kind of shut out the noise and focused on who they should be loving. They've almost, it's almost like they've turned into ice again. You know how I always say sometimes, their emotions rise and fall. But I feel they've shut everything down so they can deal with tomorrow, deal with next year. Because something about them wanted to change this year and they didn't change for the better. And they're sick of themselves. So I feel your person's in bed tonight. They could be in bed tomorrow. Just see what the cards have said. Healing in reverse. Faith upright. The Sage in reverse. Yeah. Union. They didn't get the girl that they wanted. You can see your central here. Your focus. They haven't been healing in the past. So they've shut themselves down because they want to be your strength. You can see the night sky here. This looks like a type of a dream. So they've switched their lights off presently. They realize and recognize they haven't been healing. And that was their objective. They're starting to recognize how you have benefited their life. And we've seen this before. But there's just challenge into their future. It definitely shows they're coming out of hermitude into the future. But there's darkness here. Their faith is strong. But they definitely recognize the folly in this situation. They've been a bad influence. Very bad. And I feel, again, they have some type of enemy in their midst that they still have to deal with. They're starting to recognize that you were their hope, you were their saviour, and they need to focus on that. They need to focus on that, otherwise there's a possibility here that they could lose their faith. But we'll just pull some more cards. I'll just ask, how does my channel viewer's person feel towards them presently? They feel strong. I feel it's a stable friendship. They realize it's a stable friendship. They realize you're the friend in their life. They must have some men around them who aren't good for them. That's what it shows. Because you're the only person upright in this spread. They believe in your friendship. They feel it's very strong. But whoever these men are, they've led them up the garden path. What does the future hold for my channel viewer and their person? Wisdom. I feel that your person is going to, again, find some time alone. think about what it is they need to do to manifest this connection. They definitely want to grow something romantic with you into the future once they come out of their shell. And I feel that your person probably has a child in the mix, and that will be the third party. Because they are your destiny. So just presently, I feel your person's doing the right thing, because whoever is around them has them surrounded, basically. And they need to take that time out and to find a sheltered existence so that they can move on. With you. But there's still challenges in the future. There are still challenges. Because there are enemies in your person's midst. But the best thing they can do for themselves at this time is to shelter themselves from the world. Because I feel those men around them lead them up the garden path. They don't need those men. And I feel that your person is better off by themselves. Okay, so that was deck 1. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below with a link to my website and to my Fiverr account. My website is a PayPal service, so you can send me the funds with a message, which is pretty standard, or you can email me. The other service I have is a Fiverr account, and that's a service facility. So you can use your Facebook details or your Google details to log into that facility. This is deck 2, the pink caterpillar. Okay, just do a clairvoyant reading on what your person's situation is and what he thinks about you. Pick a card. I think that's kind of what it is, but I'll have to think of a title. Okay, so I'll just channel your person. So this is a different energy. I feel that your person has more energy about him or her, but I'm focusing on him tonight. Your person, we'll say, has a lot of focus tonight on, or today, on their energetic pursuit. So I definitely feel your person will be more extroverted for New Year's, because I see somebody that's more focused on socializing and being out and about. I feel they have something in mind. They think they're going to find new love or something around this time. But the funny thing is, I think they're going to shy away from new love because they're already a person in love. So they plan on being very sociable and being very outgoing. I feel that this energy is going to be out partying, actually. And I get the impression that they're just in a confused type of state. Like, they're really excited about the love they feel for you, but I feel that it's going to cause them to feel introverted. It's like they'll be out and about thinking they could find a chick or a bloke or whatever, and something stops them. And I feel that they're going to lean on their feelings for you and their emotions for you when they're out and about. It's like they don't want to feel the disappointment of not finding new love because they're not quite sure if it's over between you or whether it can be reprised. So they're always looking out for new people, but I don't think they're going to make moves because they already found the person they want to commit to. That's their feeling on you and the situation. Their situation is that I feel that your person's still at work. They're working very hard when they don't have this holiday state of mind going on. They're in a holiday modus, but they're still working over the holidays because it's always on their mind as well. But I feel they already know who their person is. The challenge is going to be, like, I know that I say, or maybe others say, oh, your person's found a new person. This is a third party situation. But if you're separated, that's always a potential. People make plans when they're apart. And I'm not actually making the point that they're going to get with another person if you know you're in an emotional relationship, or if you're in a physical relationship. That's not what I mean. What I mean in this instance is that your person is separate to you on an emotional level, not on an emotional level, but on a physical plane. Like, there's no togetherness yet. There's no recognition that you are boyfriend and girlfriend, or that you are partners. That's this pile. Because this person's out there on their own in love, and they're not going to move forward with anybody unless they find another you, right? And there's only one you. So I feel in this instance that this person, because their feelings are so strong for you, that they have to try to find a way back. They have to find a way back to you. It's the only way. I feel the thing holding them back is their shyness. But after they go through their party stage over the holidays, their ambition is going to become a lot stronger. Their ambition to see you is going to become a lot stronger. The biggest challenge here in this dynamic is the career or the work factor, because they do become distracted. They are always focused on what they're doing. They have a lot that they have to work on, actually. And then in their spare time or in their sleep time is when they can really focus on who they love as well. And I feel they've always got their feelers out for you. It's like they're trying to listen. They're trying to look and listen and feel their way to you, because they feel you around them. There must be some kind of social connection, because they feel you around them, but they can't quite reach you. You know, they can never find you. That's the impression I get. So this is my strong separation pole, on whatever level that may be. So I really get the impression that you don't have to worry about them cheating on you. The only thing that would compromise this association is their ambition to actually find a love partner. And coincidentally coming across one. But the biggest challenge here is that your person is quite introverted and they're not going to go for anybody easily because they know you're perfect for them. They know that you are their cocoon. That's what they know. They understand that in their soul. Of course, nothing's guaranteed. I'm just saying that this person has a genuine feeling toward you at the moment. They're busy, they're working, they're really busy, they're distracted. But there's hope. So we'll just see what the cards have said. Crone. Oh, this is interesting. Emotion, intellect. Yeah. Okay. So you are separated. Confirms that. I feel that there's a love spell in this dynamic from the past. I feel that they've had a love spell done. So if you're feeling unnatural feelings, it could be because they've asked for some interference. But the funny thing is that it's tipped the love here. It's tipped the intention. It's concentrated the force of love. But it's preventing your togetherness. It's keeping you separate. So I feel that maybe someone's done a separate, like a spell to keep people in love with your person away. That sort of thing. Any threat away. Because you can see the concentrated ball of emotion here. Like they are in a person in love. And that's why they're in their head and they feel entrapped. They feel very entrapped and very enclosed. Because they need to do something, and these cards are more, feel to me like your person's entrapped in their thoughts over forwarding something that is very obvious and needs a push behind it, because it shows there will be communication into the future, and maybe you just need to do some work, some manifestation work and some spiritual work to move this thing forward, because I feel your person's actually upset at not being able to express themselves. They're upset over the separation. But also you have this problem here where your person's very much in their head and they feel the detachment from you. And it's a real struggle for them to feel these emotions but not to be able to do anything about them. So I feel that you've got to keep working on your spirituality and you've got to keep working on your manifestation, because this card has to be turned upright. Your person needs help, spiritual help, to get out of this mental entrapment. because they're feeling very introverted. They're feeling those intense feelings of love, but they're feeling very introverted. Like they feel like they're finding it difficult, even though they're quite an assertive person by nature, they're finding it difficult to get back to you. And I know from the King of Air being here that they hear things about you, and they keep a watch out, and they keep listening, and they keep observing your social media. It's a big thing for them to keep observing you, or to keep trying to listen out for you, but also feeling that separation, also feeling that sadness. But I feel it has a lot to do with some bad juju in the mix. Like I think it's like a dark Wiccan or someone has gone, or there's a combination of things here. There's a love spell here on you, I feel, and there's a love spell on them, but the spell on them is like dark magic. It's something that was done many years ago to keep them chained to somebody, I feel, to keep them trapped. Because this person's just, waved her wand and basically stepped away from the situation. And that's why you can't stop thinking about your person, actually, because it's had a dual effect. It's made your person very alluring in some respects, but it's also kept your person free of any threats of love. So I feel you've got to do some work on that. But you must be feeling very sort of a bit sad at the moment, and really they are too, but because they have a very logical side, as we've seen many times, they can sort of separate their emotions very easily. And I feel that their sadness about the situation, about being separate when they feel very much in love with you, has a lot to do with the fact that they're out there socializing, but they don't want anybody else, because you must be doing some work already, some spiritual work or some manifestation work, because it's working on their crown chakra. It's helping them get out of this dilemma, this spell work, which is very helpful, because I feel that this interference can keep them trapped for a very long time. So you need to keep doing that work, definitely. They are in a little bit of a fantasy about you, but it's only because you are separate. But their feelings of love are very strong. Because they'll never they found the person they wanted in you, because I feel you're a strong spiritual force, and it was only coincidental actually that you were able to cut down this black magic work, because what keeps you away from your person is what keeps others away. So even though he or she is hoping that they'll find love when they're out socializing, they're still subjected to something very restrictive on a spiritual plane. And I feel that it was just a matter of a stroke of luck that you managed to cut down the spell work at the time that you met. So you need to keep manifesting, you need to keep up with your spiritual work, and also you need to understand that your person is in love, but they're just in a difficult situation on an emotional and mental plane. They're in a type of mental entrapment, emotional, intellectual entrapment over the love connection, and that the separation is very strong, and those are the facts. So I feel this person will metamorphosize to the point where they can do something about you both, but presently their feelings are very intense, but they're just in a state of entrapment about how they feel about you presently. Okay, so that was deck 2. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below with a link to my website and to my Fiverr account. My website is a PayPal service, so you need your, just your email account for that. And my Fiverr account is a service facility, so you need your Facebook details or your Google details to log into that facility. See you next time.